Local creatives say that a recent motion to City Council to improve funding for the city's arts and culture scene was amended beyond recognition, and they are in desperate need of more funding to survive in this economic landscape.
We've had artists who have had to move out of the city because it's on top of cost of living. The cost of renting a space in the city is also incredibly hard.
Stephanie Love is the co-owner of Astro Club, a facility in Mount Pleasant for artists to share common workspaces while keeping private studios. She poured her life savings into the venture and nearly lost it all after the city kept her doors closed for 7 months last year over a permitting snafu. But the bills didn't stop coming.
We don't have deep pockets. We do it because we believe in it, and we do it because we know Vancouver needs it.
They've got what's known as a triple net lease, standard in Vancouver, which means they're responsible for paying property taxes, building insurance, and operating costs on top of any rent. Councillor Pete Fry, on behalf of the Arts and Culture Advisory Committee, brought a motion to City Council on Thursday that would have spared artistic spaces some of those costs while also boosting funding and streamlining permitting.
If you don't get a project or if you don't get a grant, then you have to cut your programming, or you have to cut your staff, or you can't function entirely.
Nearly 50 arts and culture organizations advocated for the motion. Despite this, much of it was dropped and replaced with amendments that were then approved by the ABC Majority Council, but not without pushback.
So this is a complete sham, and it's a shame. Because if this passes, what we're saying is don't ask us for any more help, because we're not going to help. Because the help is right before us in this motion.
ABC councillor Sarah Kirby-Young brought the amendments. She says the original motion was focused too narrowly on what Vancouver could do and needed to take into consideration other levels of government.
I think we want to get away from sort of this situation where we have our festivals and events, arts community that are in dire need of funding, and we're kind of doing this emergency measures to try to get towards a sustainable long-term option that brings all of the partners to the table.
The motion that ended up passing directed staff to establish a working group that will engage with partners in the provincial and federal government to find a new funding strategy. Vancouver has the highest concentration of artists and cultural workers in Canada, and with FIFA coming to town next year, locals say it's critical to address gaps in funding before it's too late.
Taking the time to do a staff study that right now artists are still paying rent, and that we're still hemorrhaging funds, and that arts and culture just continues to struggle when this could have helped.
In Vancouver, Jack Rabb, City News.